Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Chris. I am excited about this one. The 2001 Miami Hurricanes, the 2008 Florida Gators, national champions, the best teams for both schools. And we're going to see how they line up in this simulation. If you guys like this simulation, be sure to hit the like button and obviously drop a comment on what you think would happen if these two teams faced one another. This is very exciting. All the real players from these teams. Obviously, you got star power all over the place, starting with the Miami Hurricanes. Sean Taylor, Ed Reed, Clinton Portis, Frank Gore, Ken Dorsey, Vince Wilfork, Jonathan Vilma, on and on and on. 17 eventual first-rounders. And the Florida Gators led by Tim Tebow. You see him right there. You guys know what Tebow did. 55 touchdowns during his sophomore winning Heisman Trophy season. Comes into 08. And leads the Gators to a national title. So here we go. I'm excited. Again, drop in the comments what would happen if these two teams faced one another. Obviously, Miami's considered, their 01 team is considered the greatest college football team of all time. So I have a feeling I know where the comments are going to be. But maybe you look at the strengths and weaknesses of the teams. Obviously, a lot of strengths with Miami. Up and down the field, different positions, but obviously Florida did a lot of good things that year. Skilled playmakers, a lot of speed, a lot of playmaking ability, and obviously with what Tebow did. So this is going to be fun. So Florida gets the ball to start it out. They're going play action to start it. And Percy Harvin with a nice catch on the sideline. One of the most electric players that we've seen in recent years. And again, with these simulations, guys, it's not going to be perfect, but there's a lot of positives to look at. Again, this game is played at Hard Rock Stadium, home of the Hurricanes. And in fact, I thought it'd be such a good place to play this game, not just because of that, but also the 08 Gators won their national title at Hard Rock as well.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Now back to throw.
In Miami's, you see them in the Miami Knights uniforms. Obviously, they didn't have these uniforms for the 01 team. But you're getting a look at these guys. What would it look like if some of these guys in their black uniforms? So Percy's upset right there. Wonder if he's hurt. Maybe just shaking up. This is a big game. He'll want to get back out there. And also, what I would like to know in the comments is if you guys like this, if you want to see Miami, if you want to see Miami's 01 team face another national championship team, let me know in the comments. Maybe you want to see the Jameis Winston Florida State Seminole team line up against the 01 Hurricanes. Sean Taylor there on the tackle, number 26. He was a freshman on this team. Didn't start, but I got him in there. A lot of Sean Taylor fans out there. So he's lining up next to Ed Reed. Two of the greatest safeties to ever play the game. Tebow's going for a touchdown. My goodness. So here's a look at the offensive line for the Gators. Again, impressive group of talented players. One thing that you saw, if you look back on that 08 Gator team, a lot of the guys were doing it, catching the ball and running the ball. That versatility was really cool to see from a college football perspective. And there's a run right there by Jeff Demps. Again, Chris Rainey. We saw Brandon James earlier as a returner. Percy Harvin. So a lot of speed. And with that speed, all teams, especially now with how things are going with a lot of spread option teams, offenses, Miami wants to do that with their 2020 squad. And one of the things in having a good spread offense is having that speed, those playmakers.
They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. Back to throw here.
Oh, over the middle. So Florida takes the early lead.
And he'll take it into the end zone.
It's a touchdown by David Nelson. I feel like this could be a tight game,
And the Browns take it right down the field and score on the opening
especially
drive.
with the way that drive went. But man, I'm getting a kick out of these guys.
Showing no fear.
It's just cool seeing these guys play against each other.
For the pregame speech, but I will guarantee you, somewhere along the way, the head
And the
coach
only
said,
overlap that would have
"Just grab
been
a big stick and smack
in
it
competition would have been
No, we're gonna be here today.
playing against each other in the
Team
NFL,
that's supposed to be superior, but we're not backing down now."
even with that 7-year span. So some of these guys would have played each other in the NFL.
Right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. That time a 6-play drive. And it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland.
I'm looking forward to see what the Miami offense has in store. Portis was the lead back, 1,200 yards, 10 touchdowns during the 0-1 season. Willis McGahee was waiting behind him, played fullback in the championship game, and then he had that big 0-2 season. School records with touchdowns and rushing yards. And then also what was really neat to see was just what Frank Gore was able to do as a freshman that year. There he is right there. Andre Johnson got a main kick returner, and Frank got some returns as well.
This will be fielded at the 6. And a good return as he'll be stopped
But
just
Frank,
shy
as a
of the
freshman,
30-yard
and you see him in the number 32, he switched his number later in his career to wear number 3. But that first year, 9.1 yards per carry, 62 carries,
6'5".
9 yards a carry, just ridiculous numbers.
We had a chance to watch them at practice.
And I think for most people that saw Frank in high school
A lot of respect.
at Coral Gables before he got to Miami, many people expected big things out of him. Set that Dade County record, well over 2,000 yards rushing. Every back that I've talked to since, those big-time backs, they all wanted that record. Duke Johnson wanted it, definitely wanted it.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
It's a nice crossing route, nice juke move there. Nice play for Miami, get started.
Up there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
Roscoe Parrish, another guy, so he's wearing 84 here. He switched his number later in his career to wear number 1. Daryl Jones is wearing number 1 on this team.
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, I mean, we're just getting started.
And you guys know the numbers. Again, 17 eventual first-rounders from Miami,
All the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams
38 eventual draft picks, 17 and 38. Got to remember those numbers. Shout out Lorenzo Kane and the boys, 1738.
expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
But just two numbers that are just ridiculous when you talk about the talent on this team. 17 eventual first-rounders. Jeremy Shockey. And one of the things that stands out to me about the 0-1 team, and we'll talk about the defense in a second, because I definitely want to talk about some of the things they were able to do defensively. Nice move by Clinton Portis there, that juke move. Quick Clinton Portis story. I remember hearing a story with recruiting out of Gainesville. Some schools wanted him as a defensive back. He wanted to play running back, and he was adamant about it. Miami goes in to recruit him. Don Saldinger at the time, running backs coach, goes there, and Clinton's sitting in the coach's office. Don walks in, and Clinton flings him his highlight tape and says, "See if I can play running back, or tell me I can't play running back," that kind of a thing. Just that confidence that he had. And I remember sitting down with Clinton at an autograph signing later on. One of the things I was curious to talk to him about was the mentality that he had, the confidence, and how hard these guys worked. A lot of these guys have it, not just Clinton, but a lot in that era. A lot of the guys, and one of the things I always talk to former guys about is, was that just in you? Did you already have that before you got to UM? Or was it something that came up? Oh, big pass play. Andre with the catch. Where'd they go? Okay. Oh, they called it incomplete. I don't think it was close, but that was still a cool catch. But Clinton said that he felt like that it was something that they, once they got there and just the mentality of the former players before them, it kind of grew and that kind of thing. But I understand that. I just think some of these guys were just different kind of guys, different dudes, the competitiveness. I think a lot of them had this in them, and it just got heightened when they got to Miami. I think sometimes maybe a guy like Clinton would sell himself a little short just in talking that. Like, he was just a different kind of mentality. And obviously, guys, the ability has to be there. It goes hand in hand. But I just think the mentality combined with the athletic ability help make Miami teams great, help make these players great, and all of that. So Miami unable to get a touchdown on the first drive. 31-yard line, so Todd Severs is going in here. Looks like a 48-yarder. Kick is up. Oh, they got it. 7-3. So both teams get a score on their opening drive.
So yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
And shout out to Miami's offensive line. We talk about all the guys that made it to the NFL, the first-round draft picks and all this, and Bryant McKinney was obviously a big-time NFL guy and things like that. But just Joaquin Gonzalez, Sherko, Martin Bibla, Brett Romberg, these guys, Vernon Carey was on the team. These guys were so important to this team. And no surprise, you guys know offensive line so important to football. You're not surprised. You know how important it is.
The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D.
So here we go. Looks like Florida. Not a huge return. There's number 2, Willis McGahee on special teams. Good to see a running back making plays on special teams. Curious to see how teams adjust here. Florida has to feel good about what they did. Again, you see the guys here. Pouncey twins.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complementary football.
I mentioned
I know I'm no brainiac.
their playmakers that they had.
Things are going to work out in your favor.
Tight end Cornelius Ingram, another guy that made plays for him.
Ready, 30 base.
They'll try and start this drive
And over the middle pass. And Tebow, just kind of thinking back on the things he was able to do. I think at times, too often he's viewed as the things he didn't do in the NFL or the things he's still working towards his baseball career. But you cannot take away anything he did at college and at Florida. The man produced wins, national championships, touchdowns, and a great ambassador for the sport and all the things he did. So, and I know some of you might not want to hear all those positives with Tebow, but you've got to respect everything he did, everything he's done. This certainly would be an interesting matchup. Just watching this right now play out a little bit. There's a wild throw, but Miami's, I think the thing that stands out to me is just the Florida playmakers with their speed, but the thing is Miami's defense, you're getting a look at them here. They had plenty of speed too. The linebackers is what stands out to me with Vilman Williams. And obviously Chris Campbell, good to see him here. But just this, it's not like Miami's defense didn't have speed, but they had size and speed and a really good defensive line. So I wonder how it would play out with these two teams, because one of the things that Florida was able to do a lot was get their speed, their playmakers in space. Tebow had that dual threat ability to make plays with his arm and run the ball, and just had a good sense on how to get the guys the ball, good offensive game plan. And I think the waves of, because sometimes teams will have a Percy Harvin type, a Brandon James type, but to have to have all of those guys as pieces for an offense, you can certainly see why it gave teams trouble. It's a great stop by Miami's defense there.
right there. Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
Here's Mike Rump. Shout out to Mike Rump, Miami cornerbacks coach,
Third down, you got to try and find something.
a national champion, a first-round pick, an NFL player,
The Browns send out their
and now
punt
Miami's
now,
cornerbacks
as
coach.
he's on to punt for the first time tonight.
Getting a look at him, number 8 there. That's going to be a touchback. That was close, though. Chas Henry
Hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed
almost
opportunity
tucked it
there.
right inside the 5 there. Clinton Portis getting a look at him. Gotta love the visors.
And after the field goal last
Had to give these guys some
see what they can
visors.
get here. At least they got
I don't
points
think
out of
anybody
it.
wore a visor better than Sean Taylor did.
Coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick.
I remember when the safeties were wearing those visors, it kind of got passed down. Brandon Merriweather
Better than the alternative.
did, it just became a thing that the safeties wore visors,
I haven't met a fan
either the colored ones or the dark ones,
other than
before they were
That's it.
ruled out by NCAA football, by the NCAA.
Throwing here on first down.
Dorsey was with a nice throw. But anyways, I remember Greg 3 just wasn't a huge fan of it, didn't like the feel of it.
We're watching here, or just quicker than
And I'm pretty sure he went with the clear one
This hand
instead
speed, and they catch a lot of footballs as we
after a
just saw
while.
there.
They still need about the
But yeah, those dark visors, those colored visors were really cool.
Second and inches. Well, now they'll try to
Andre
get it
Johnson
around.
gets the end around.
I don't think
He definitely could pull that off.
right there, as that one is gonna
Mentioned
blow up
Roscoe
in the
Parrish
faces.
earlier.
Third
Him and
down
Andre
is gonna be a lot
Johnson
tougher. That one
played together at
was
Miami
a
High.
loss of
People I've talked to that saw them in high school consider them
Trick play, but they
one of the
definitely
best
showed some imagination
duos
there. I wouldn't be surprised
in
if
Dade
they
County
come
history.
back
Just the
and show this play a
playmaking
few
ability,
more
how fun they were to
times before
watch,
this is over.
and for them to do it together. Roscoe at quarterback. I mean, just really impressive. And you can imagine those two guys in high school, and Andre
It looks like
just
the nail
always
sat down for the
always
Browns
was
on
that
third
guy.
down.
Had a huge career in the NFL.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And
One of the things that stands out to me about the 01 team,
take us
not only are all these first rounders, but a lot of these guys
after one,
are considered
7-3 the score.
the best
EA Sports.
or one of the best at their respective positions to ever come out of the University of Miami. Jeremy Shockey, one of the greatest tight ends to ever play. I mean, you go down the list, and they were all on this team. It's crazy at different positions. Andre Johnson, Clinton Portis, one of the best running backs ever at Miami.
First and 10 now from the 33.
Ken Dorsey at quarterback. Mention the offensive lineman, McKinney.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. Fights him off. And they're going to stop him right at
the
line
the
of
other
scrimmage.
offensive
Just
lineman
no
that got
comeback lane to be found whatsoever.
All-American
Second
honors,
and 10.
awards,
Defensively, though, they had a
things like
chance
that.
there to get him for a
Just
loss. Couldn't get it
high-level
done.
guys at every position.
Was able to knife
You
into
mentioned the
backfield,
defense,
but
the
he wasn't
secondary,
able to get him
the
down.
defensive line.
Those compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage
Vince
and not let him
Wilfork,
get
one of the
any
best
further
defensive tackles,
downfield.
just up and down. A lot of guys.
Got it now, out of the gun. Not much there, maybe a couple up to the 35.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz.
One of the stats I liked
Because they end up taking their
about the
attention to
01
blitzers,
Hurricanes
freed up the D lineman to make the play.
was that they set an NCAA record for largest margin of victory over consecutive ranked teams.
They'll look to throw here.
And
Right sideline, that's
it's a mark that certainly all records can be broken,
complete across midfield. It's a gain of 20
but the
and
124-7 combined
That completion, you can
beatdown
understand why so
over
many teams
Syracuse
in the
and
league are
Washington
emphasizing speed on defense at every
is
position.
is
The
really
tight ends have created so many
unbelievable
tough
if you think
matchups
about
now.
it.
If you can't run with a tight end as a
Both home
linebacker,
games late in the
it's a big
season.
result every time.
They host number 15 Syracuse. They win 59-0. They host number 11 Washington, and they win 65-7. Are you kidding me with those numbers?
46. They'll set up to throw. And this is
Slightly overthrown there. Dorsey 5 of 8 for 67 yards. And I think that's what's fun about when you look at national championship teams, you look at Florida, what they did, over 600 points on the season. You talk about the touchdowns. that they have the multiple yards. But it's fun to look at national championship teams at any year, just how impressive they were, what they did so well to put them in a position to win a national championship.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere in the slot.
It's a nice move by Shockey there.
Doesn't really matter because he has such
And Shockey will always be remembered for that 2000 performance against Florida State. Gets a nice juke move on 21 major right there. So Miami's on the move, looking to take the lead here. Down 7-3 in the second quarter. The game's flying by.
Looking to throw.
Over the middle. Oh my goodness, they take the lead. That's crazy. Clinton Portis showing the ability to catch the ball. Miami goes out in front, so both teams have had the lead already. Brandon Spikes, number 51. It's Florida's leader on defense. Clinton gets by him, gets the touchdown. Tebow's disappointed in that touchdown, so Miami going to go up 10-7. I am curious. I'm looking forward to reading your comments about this game. One of the things also, guys, if you could, be sure to hit subscribe. Hit that subscribe button because we're getting really close to 10,000 subscribers. The amount of support that you guys have shown has been amazing with all of the simulations, the dynasties we've been doing, and also you guys, the workout videos at home, recruiting videos, camps and games, and just everything. That's what the Inside the U YouTube channel is all about. All sports, baseball, basketball, football, recruiting, and all of that. That's why you subscribe, and you get the simulations. Been doing some live streams, going to pick that up even more. So if you could hit the subscribe button, that definitely helps the channel grow. And I really want to get to 10,000 subscribers. I think that would be very exciting for everybody. So here we go. There's Jeff Demps, number 2.
They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down.
So this 08 team, if you guys remember, Miami played them in Gainesville that year. But early in the season, Miami goes up there with their young team. All the freshmen. With Sean Spence, that group, the number 1 ranked recruiting class in the country, goes up to Florida, goes to Gainesville.
They'll give him a yard on the play, and it'll be a second down.
And I think a lot of people were excited, even though Miami lost 26-3 and the game got away from them. It felt like there was some positivity coming out of that game from Miami as far as, young players showing they can play in a big game like that. Florida was ranked 5th at the time. Miami was unranked. So there's a sack right there. Jonathan Vilma making it happen without gloves, and he's celebrating. Again, one of the best linebackers to play at Miami. Tons of great linebackers, though. But you clearly saw why Florida was expected to have a good season. But again, second game of the year for Florida. What they were in that second game was different than the team they became as it went on.
They're going to look to throw. He's got the hook.
That's tough. 3rd and 16. Definitely want to stop that, but they get the first down. Deontay Thompson, Glade Central product. And just with Glade Central and the muck and Pahokee and everything going on up there, in terms of the things that they've been able to do with high school football, Janoris Jenkins is on the Florida Gators. cornerback on defense out of Pahokee. Just makes me think of all the fun times going up there for those games, especially early on when we started inside the U. Those games are just a lot of fun. You know, Miami, Travis Benjamin played for Glade Central. I remember when we had a video on the site when he scored a touchdown and he's flashing the U. It was such a big deal because he was uncommitted at the time. Travis ended up having a really good career at Miami, still playing in the NFL. So here we go. Miami defense needs a stop here. There's Sean Taylor.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns.
In Sean's final year at UM, a lot of these guys, Vilma, DJ Williams, Vernon Carey, Vince Wilfork, their last year at Miami, that 03 season was my first season covering the team. I just remember, you know, watching this now makes me think back on those times. David Nelson getting involved in the offense.
That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves
Tebow 9 for 12. This is a big spot for both teams, looking for momentum going into halftime.
Trying to get big yardage. Sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there. You feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
Well, 3rd and 1 for the Gators.
He'll look to throw.
Just over the middle, again to Deontay.
And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. What a methodical.
Another Florida receiver that played in the NFL, Riley Cooper, number 11. I just saw him out there. So again, just multiple playmakers for both teams. So many guys that played in the NFL. So many guys that were drafted.
So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there.
And I think when you guys see this, I think a lot of you guys want to see these two teams face each other more often. Regardless of the results or regardless of what kind of team either team has, you just want to see these two teams going at it. It's a huge sack there by William Joseph. He's hyped. 2nd and 17. This is a good spot for Miami's defense. They allowed that first down on 3rd and 16, so they definitely want to stop them here. Take that lead into halftime. But yeah, hopefully these teams face each other more often than they do. It's kind of hard to wait.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Oh, he gets to the edge. Jeff Demps gets to the edge, to the outside. Tebow finds him in space. He's able to get the first down. Miami's have to go into halftime and make some adjustments on these long plays here.
Well, this was an excellent read.
Just gets right to the outside. He was looking to score.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back
Buchanan on the tackle there.
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line.
Philip Buchanan had a great career at Miami. All-American punt returner.
That's usually a good matchup for him.
Had 5 interceptions. I think 5 interceptions during the 01 season. So here we go. We've got 1 minute left. Miami's holding on to a 10-7 lead. You guys don't want to miss the second half. A little low scoring, but a lot of action. A lot of big-time plays.
Back to throw now on first down. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield.
So the Gators get some yards there. So the 2nd and 7.
As the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. That first down completion
From the 7, so 2nd and goal. Or it looks like inches, 2nd and 7 now. Over the middle, there's Ingram. All right, big 3rd down coming up for both teams. Miami needs this stop. We've got to keep this lead going to halftime. 3rd and 3 from the 4.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never
Technically, they can get that first down. Miami definitely wants to hold him out, though. Hold him to field goal here. Oh, is he keep his feet in? Well, it looks like he kept his feet in. Lewis Murphy with the touchdown. Sneaks in right there in the back of the end zone. Kept his feet in. Yeah, he got him. Yeah, it looks like he got them both. That's tough. Okay, maybe Miami can come up with a big play. Maybe get a field goal right before half. Oh, they are going to review it. Okay, let's see how it goes.
Challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the
I feel like these take a little bit of too much time. Like, let's go. Make a call, guys.
Issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
And since we got some time, be sure to check out InsideTheU.com. Just plenty of coverage on the teams, recruiting, just everything. There's plenty of content every day on the site. And I know that might surprise some of you just because there's not that much going on right now, but trust me, there's plenty of stuff on the site every day. Oh, so that's going to count. So Florida's going to take a 14-10 lead. I don't know how you guys feel about that. I have a feeling some of you are frustrated. Some of you are going to say this would never happen. It would not be a close game. Miami would have this lead. And let me know, what do you think it would be at halftime? What would be a good halftime score? Would Miami blow the game open like they did against Nebraska in the national title game? Had a huge second quarter, ran away from it in the second quarter, and then just coasted to the rest of the game. So Miami's defense, I want to talk about what Miami was, not only that stat against ranked teams, but Miami had a 5-game stretch where they allowed 7 points or less. I mentioned 2 of those games, Syracuse and Washington, but 5 games in a row, 7 points or less.
This one taken from the 7.
They had 8 games. 8 of the 12 games they played in, they allowed 7 points or less. I just think that's a really impressive stat because even when you play good teams or conference teams or ranked teams, the fact that you're doing that, I mean, you're not giving up any late touchdowns, anything like that. You're staying locked in, start to finish. And obviously they had that close game against Boston College. But still, only 7 points for Boston College. So I just think that's such an impressive stat. So Miami unable to get the run game going in the first half. Portis 5 for 13. I think if you're looking at stuff that might be a little out of the norm, I think Portis would be able to run the ball better than that. But again, it's not perfect. It's a simulation. It's one game. Are they might get one more playoff. Oh, they do get it off. Thought maybe they'd try to throw it deep. Andre Johnson. Need to get him more involved. So it's a good first half. Florida's up 14-10. There's a quick look at the halftime stats. I'm a little curious about these. So yeah, Florida has an edge in total yards. Miami's got 119 total yards of offense. Certainly you need to see more of that. More offense in the second half. And to bring the action your way, let's get it right back out to Brandon God. Miami's got the playmakers. They've got to make some adjustments here.
Back for quarter number 3.
There's Joe Hayden. He obviously was one of Florida's top players. There's Frank Gore grabbing his helmet. Frank, got it. Get out there. Your kick returner. Let's go. It's always funny when you're watching. I see it particularly with high school level. just guys not knowing where their helmets are. Coach is yelling at him, get in the game. He's trying to find his helmet. It's always a bit humorous watching the scramble for the helmet. The scramble for the helmet, and then the coach wondering, why don't you have your helmet? Like, where is it? So, and a lot of coaches actually, especially in practices, they want you to keep your helmet on all the time.
I would guess that in the locker room, they talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not.
And speaking of helmets, obviously you see the Gators in their orange, and curious what you think about these Miami black uniforms. Again, I did this because I think they look really cool, and you didn't get to see the 0-1 team wearing black uniforms. And one of the things, and I didn't do it here, but one of the things I think looks pretty sharp is if you go black helmet, black jersey, go black socks, black shoes, but if you switch up the pants and go white, I think it really pops. Kind of an interesting look. I didn't want to mix it up and make it too different for this one. Kept the traditional Miami Knights uniforms here.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
So David Williams gets involved there. 4-yard gain.
It's second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run
Ryan Stamper in on the tackle.
hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
2nd and 6. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
So just looking at Andre Johnson's
Sets up a third down.
2001 season, 682 yards, led the team. But he averaged 18.4 yards a catch, had 37 catches, but 10 touchdown catches. That's crazy numbers. That's almost high school. Like, to get 10 touchdowns, only 37 catches.
He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to
It might be a little surprising. You see what he did at Miami with the touchdown numbers, that I think anybody that followed his NFL career piled up the yards, piled up the receptions. But for that, sometimes his touchdowns weren't as high as what you would think. And there are obviously different reasons, but he was such a touchdown machine at Miami. So here we go. Got 1st and 10. Definitely need to get this lead here.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
Oh my goodness, that was huge. Carlos Dunlap on the sack. He didn't bite. Miami's got 2nd and 20. This is not good for Miami. Miami needs to get the lead because I don't want to lose some of you guys. Some of you might be frustrated and want to tune this thing out. I hope not. I hope you guys stick around. Hopefully you guys like these. I'd like to do more of these. Again, I mentioned that 13 FSU squad. Maybe you want to see the 2019 LSU team with Joe Burrow against the 0-1 Hurricanes. Oh, deep shot. Oh, my goodness. Andre Johnson with that touchdown I was just talking about. My goodness. Dorsey let it rip. 2nd and 20. Andre gives these guys the lead. How many yards was that? Over major right, number 21. Ahmad Black, a little late. Look at Andre. Oh, that's such a catch. Look at that. He caught that like at the 7 or 8 and then just makes his way into the end zone. Yeah, Andre's celebrating after that one. That's a huge touchdown. 3rd quarter. Now Miami's got the lead. Man, this game's going back and forth. Up 17-14. Severs finishes off. Spikes is upset. Yeah, that was a huge play. And that's the thing that you saw with Andre, or what's so exciting about those receivers that play at that elite level. You want guys that can make one big play for your team. Essentially a threat to score at any point. Whether it's the speed guys that I mentioned that Florida has with some of these guys, Percy Harvin and whatnot, but the with Miami with Andre Johnson. Just that ability to strike. And hopefully Miami's going to get back to that with their receiving core. They've had some solid receivers over the years, but just that threat to score at any point, whether it's catch and run, whether it's going straight over the top with their speed. You know, or maybe it's just inside the red zone. You've got a guy that can out-jump people, or a guy that's strong off the line for inside slant routes.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going.
But the ability for receivers to get in the end zone at any point, definitely a huge lift for the offense. So total yards really close. Miami's defense back out here again. Gotta hold that lead. Oh my goodness. DJ Williams, what happened there? I don't know if they're going to replay that. I think it was right there for him. A little surprising, especially with all the ability DJ had. One of the rare linebackers at Miami that had the ability to play on offense. You saw him play fullback. There's Vilma on the sack, but DJ also, I remember him taking fake punts and running the ball. And for a linebacker to do that, just really impressive. Really cool to see when you have linebackers that are that athletic, that much of a playmaker.
Yeah, you're doing a big way, and what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
That's a huge play. Okay, 3rd and 18. This is what I was talking about earlier in the game. Miami's got to lock down on these long plays here. And just unable to do so. If Miami's going to win this game, they're going to need to cut those plays off. And I haven't been paying too close attention if they're playing just off coverage and man, or if they're sitting back in zone, but whatever it's been, they've been able to sit back. So just real quick, a little bit about these teams in terms of the playbooks that they had. So Florida had a spread, like a spread option set with Tebow, and obviously run plays in there. That was their offensive set. Oh my goodness. Huge run by Jeff Demps. Tons of speed, track star and everything. You saw it right there. That's just a really tough sequence for Miami to give up that play. This running play right after the first down. Catch. And then Florida ran primarily a 4-3 defense. And then Miami, Miami had the pro-style offense. And you've seen it in the game, particularly with the I formation, or 2 tight ends, or just 2 receivers. There's different variations of the plays that they've had. Then on defense, they're running the 4-3, the cover 2 scheme there. Defensive coordinator was Randy Shannon at the time. So here we go. We're getting really close to the 4th quarter.
3 receivers head out right, 1 to the left on 2nd and 3.
2nd and 3. So they got the bunch of receivers to the right.
2nd and 3.
They go over the middle.
That is caught at the 7-yard line.
Percy Harvin with a tough catch over the middle. Sean Taylor in on that tackle. Just to say that out loud, that's crazy. Just because you would not see these guys on the field at Miami and at Florida against each other.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection.
So 1st and goal from the 1. I'm expecting some sort of sneak, so they're coming out in shotgun. They might go draw here. They might go option. They got Percy on the run. They're faking it. Throws that thing clear out of bounds. Miami catches a break there. Down at the 1 though. Figured they'd just sneak it with Tebow. If Miami can get out of here without allowing a touchdown, I think that'd be huge.
That gives me an option of running play action, maybe throwing it.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. 2nd and 1.
So there, Tebow finds his receiver there. Lewis Murphy with the touchdown and the spike. So Florida takes the lead here right before the end of going into the 4th. Again, they've got the lead back. Lead changes all over the place with this game.
But the bottom line is absolute production on the field.
This game might come down to whoever has the ball last, the way the offenses are performing here. Getting into some grooves. Defense is having a tough time.
Extra point attempt here still to come.
But we'll see what happens. Gotta stay locked in. Gotta stay locked in. If you're here this far, you gotta finish the rest of the game here. But gotta see what happens here with Miami and Florida.
So an 8-play drive covering 80 yards.
Dorsey's trying to rally the crew. Talking to the offense. Guys, we gotta get it going. That's what he's saying. And I just want to thank you guys again for showing all your support with these simulations and everything, all these new things that have been happening lately. I think it's been great. It's just great responses. The dynasty, you guys are all about the dynasty. You want to see how the squad finishes up. And we're just going to keep everything going. We need to keep this thing going. This has been a lot of fun. Hopefully you guys like these championship battles here.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20.
I don't even know what other teams you'd like to see. I mentioned Florida State. Maybe you want to see that.
Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. Anything he personally
Maybe you're tired of Alabama winning titles and tired of hearing it from them. So maybe you want to see these 0-1 Hurricanes against one of those Alabama teams.
It's almost like you're driving.
Mentioned LSU.
Alert for anything out there. Watching for trouble on the road.
Yeah, drop in the comments. Let me know.
Get the team home.
All right, here we go. Miami. 1st and 10 from the 23. 2 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. Down 21-17. Huge handoff. That's what they needed. Running game's been a little slow, but Portis is looking to get it started. He caught the touchdown earlier. So Portis and Andre Johnson with the touchdowns for Miami. And the field goal by Todd Severs. And stacking the line. This is what I was talking about. Double tight end set. There go Kevin Beard on a end around. That did not work out well. Number 10 there. That's Will Hill. He's a big-time recruit contributing for this national championship team. Play might have worked out, but I don't know if you want to have Kevin Beard doing that. I think you'd rather have one of the other receivers, Roscoe Parrish in particular. There's a first down. There's Roscoe Parrish. Oh, he might score. Oh, he gets tracked down. Major right there on the tackle. Huge play by Roscoe. Miami needed that one for sure. That's tough with that 5-yard loss, but that got erased really quickly on that play.
Because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
So here we go. Miami, it looks like it could be the last play of the quarter here. 1st and 10 from the 20. Looking to go in to score. Looking to take the lead once again. Oh, did he get it? Shockey. Oh, my goodness. Couldn't hold on. That's crazy. I want to see a replay. Come on. Oh, we're not going to get that replay. We got one more play of the 3rd quarter, though. He definitely almost had it, though.
They'll run it now.
Oh, Dunlap.
And he's gonna be stopped
That's
here
tough.
for no gain.
Man, these guys are tough against the run this game. So here we go. 4 fingers up. Miami's got... They're trailing. This one hurts, I know.
It's the Cowboys in possession.
You do not want to see Miami losing, and they cannot lose this game, and they cannot lose to the Florida Gators, but it is what it is. We'll see how this thing plays out. Miami's got an opportunity here. This is what you want to see. So 3rd and 10, this is tough because you want to be a little risky, but you've got to get that field goal here too. Oh, nothing going there. What? I don't know about that play call. 3rd and 10, and they go with a run up the middle. Loss at 1, 4th and 11. So Miami looks like they're going to kick a, I think maybe 38-yarder or something like that.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Big play by the Florida defense. Miami's defense is going to have to come up huge here. Yeah, 38-yarder.
He hit his first, this one from 38.
They need this.
And his kick
Okay,
is indeed
not what they wanted, but they got points on the board. So only down 21-20.
So with that field goal, this
They've got to hold Florida to a field goal. They cannot allow any more touchdowns. Well, I say that even if they score a touchdown, so you're down 8, then you could play the 2-point conversion, you know. So you're never going to be out of it.
Yet to be revealed before this one is over.
But definitely at some point, the defense is going to have to get a stop. And now would be a good time here. 7:18 left in the 4th quarter, left in the game. Shout out to you guys for being here. I'm glad you're still here. Some of you might want to keep this thing going. Some of you might want to just let this thing roll into overtime. Maybe it'll happen. I don't know.
And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across.
We're going to keep playing this game till it's over, though.
And now the Browns coming out on the
Tim
field.
Tebow, good numbers, 18 for 23.
Last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because
Not as active in the run game as he typically would be. It's just the way the simulation works.
It's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
It'll be interesting to see what Florida does here. They got to stay aggressive, though. Only the 1-point lead. Wow, look at that. Total yards within 9 of each other, so definitely close.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Quick hitter here. It's
That's a nice
complete.
tackle there.
7 yards the pickup on the pitch.
Vilma on the tackle. Again, they gotta get off. They gotta get the offense off the field here. You saw Ed Reed pop into the screen. Great seeing him out here. He had that huge 0-1 season, 9 interceptions.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now back to throw.
That's a tough play on that rollout. They're getting yards. Somebody on defense needs to make a play here. Ed Reed right there, 2-0. Sean Taylor, 2-6. Somebody's got to make a play. Vince Wilfork, William Joseph, somebody out there. Mike Rump, somebody's got to make a play on defense here.
8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
There's a nice play, Vince Wilfork. That's behind the line. 1 yard loss. There he is right there.
Behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling
Really good play by Miami's defense. Yeah, just gets by Pouncey. Finishes off the tackle. They need more of that here.
On the set. Mike 17. Rebut.
Interesting alignment here for the Gators.
2nd and 11.
Oh, Tebow's out on the move. Nice play by Antrell Roll. That was huge. They needed that. Oh, no. They got him on a face mask call. That would have been, oh, my goodness. Antrell Roll.
Trailing in the
That one
fourth,
hurts.
this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
South Dade's finest. That's such a tough play.
Coaches and teammates insane.
Because that would have been 3rd and long. All right. It is what it is. Guys got to regroup here. They've got to figure out a way to get a stop. Dang. So they're at the Florida's at the 40, so they're on the move.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw here. Firing quickly here, and that's
Oh,
complete.
nice play by Sean Taylor.
That throw
Percy got on the move there.
It's 2nd down.
They tried to give him the ball in space a little bit, but Sean
Would have meant that there was an
swallowed that up in a hurry.
Okay, so they gave up the completion, but I really enjoyed.
I think that's what stands out to me about Sean that final year I was talking about. He had all those interceptions,
And as he dragged
and seeing him doing it in that Florida State game was crazy, but man, the way he tackled guys and essentially just threw them down,
ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
he was just it was just so much fun to watch.
Here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept
I was kind of looking at Jersey.
Jersey.
Miami's got 4 guys, 4 numbers retired. So it's 10, 14, 42, and 89. I'm curious if you think any other numbers should be retired, or what should be the next one.
This is 3rd and 9.
3rd and 9, huge play here.
They'll look to throw.
Oh my goodness, Miami gets out of it.
Out of the backfield.
That looked like Antrell got that penalty on the other side. It's a good thing they're not calling late hit. My goodness. This one felt like a late hit, right?
Yeah,
Hey,
like you
no
said,
no
got
penalty.
down, stop the clock.
Miami will
Kept
take it.
short of the marker.
That's going to be 4th down and 4th and 8 from the 38. What are they going to? Oh, they're sending him. They're sending out Phillips for 54-yarder. 55. Okay. Kick is up. Oh, he's short. Okay. So Miami just needs a field goal to take the lead.
And this score will stay right where it is. Had a chance to give
I
themselves
felt like that was a big kick though, because that you're forcing Miami to kick, score a touchdown to take the lead. But now they just need a field goal. They're going to get the ball at good field position based on where they kick that from. But there's still plenty of time.
Here's the Dallas offense now heading back.
There's
out
plenty
on
of time
the
here.
field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted
Okay,
6,
this
but
has to go well.
something.
Okay,
Muster
this is the
something on
drive. And Miami's got all 3 timeouts left. So they're at the 38. If you're thinking about field goal range, maybe they get to the 30. Looking at a 47, 48-yarder.
They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. So here's a
They need at least 30 yards here.
38.
Okay, short throw there.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
And I know this isn't a real game, but man, I'm jacked up about
So
this.
2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 8.
Dorsey over the middle to Jeremy Shockey. That's such a huge play. That's good. That's what Miami needed right there.
Just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Give them 18 on that one, and it's a
And Florida has to be
1st
careful
down.
because you're trying to protect the lead.
Put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw no different.
And I think if you're Florida, you're looking at this as you've got to hold them to a field goal,
I can do it, so it's not that big of a
so
deal
you
to
can go
make.
back
I'm
and
a
trade
key
for a
player.
field goal on your final drive. And Miami got a field goal their last drive. So here, they've got to keep this thing going here. So ball on the 41, 3 minutes and 12 seconds left.
They'll look to throw
Over the middle.
first down.
Oh my good, that is such a huge play. Ethnic Sands,
Call that a very strong
24
gain of
yards.
24.
And he's got the celebration on point.
Maybe in a little flex
Right over the
position
middle.
because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Nice catch. Sands gets that little bit of separation. Anderson just a little bit late. Miami's down to the 17-yard line. Okay, this is big. They've got to get a touchdown. You get this far down, you've got to figure out a touchdown. So coming out with the I formation, McGahee at fullback, Portis is the tailback. And McGahee gets the handoff there. First handoff of the game. Trying to be a little sneaky there. Andre was lined up bottom of the screen. I think it was Kevin Beard.
The struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
Was the other receiver to the right.
Yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way
This
to
is
use
getting
that
a little bit
against them
tight
and
here,
slip
guys.
things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as
Coming
well.
out with 3 wide receivers here. Roscoe goes in motion. Oh, they double fake. Oh my goodness, wow. What a play. Andre Johnson, such a beast. Such a huge play. They faked to Roscoe and for the handoff. Andre goes over the middle, catches it right in front of Ahmad Black with the touchdown. Miami takes that lead back. My goodness, this game has gone back and forth all game long. Ken Dorsey and Andre Johnson celebrating just like they did in 01 for the national title game against Nebraska. Going for 2. They definitely need this. Got to get that 7-point lead. Looking for Sands. Yeah, and it's good. That's a nice play call. I like that. Send the receiver. He starts out inside. Goes outside towards the pylon. Dorsey finds him. Okay, so Miami's got a 28-21 lead. Tebow and Harvin right there. 2 minutes left. This is what you wanted to see. This is why you stayed locked in. You wanted to see if Miami have the lead late in the game, and they've got it. Defense has to step up at this point. Offense has done more than enough. So Brandon James, oh, huge tackle. Howard Clark, number 45 on the tackle. There we go. Oh my goodness, this is an epic, just an epic game. This is what we wanted when you have those 2 teams lined up against each other. This battle of title-winning teams. Florida's taken over here. Both teams with all 3 timeouts. Starting the ball at the 20. They got to go 80 yards. You know what they got to do. Miami's got to get a stop. Somebody on defense has to step up here. Yeah, Florida's got to pass it. They get out of bounds there. They've got timeouts, but they certainly want to move the ball as quickly as possible here.
A gain of 6 there on first.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns.
I think if you're Miami too, with your 3 timeouts, you got to look at it like be strategic with that. If Florida's getting on a roll, you got to call timeout as well if you need it.
He's going to hit his man out of the backfield.
There we go. Flag on the play. This is big. Personal foul. Oh, face mask call.
This is going to get him a first down.
I cannot believe they got Terry Porter reffing this game. DJ Williams with the
fourth quarter. That's not the penalty you want.
penalty.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game.
When I set this game up, I did not put Porter at referee. Okay, so here we go. This is the situation. So yeah, Florida's ball here from their 45. Went 25 yards in 11 seconds. 10 seconds. I don't remember the time, but I remember 2 minutes. Okay, here we go. Oh, wow. The pass breakup by Phillip Buchanan on Ingram. That was huge. Ingram with the size advantage, but Buchanan was all over it.
But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances.
That's that Southwest Florida ball skills right there.
They've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
Oh my goodness. So Harvin out in space. Sean with the big tackle, but my goodness, Harvin picked up a huge gain. Oh my goodness. I cannot believe it's coming down to this.
Just playing smart football.
I mean, that's a nice play.
Making the plays
Just a
necessary
huge
to
pass
making
play.
sure
Okay,
that
so
clock
Miami's
stops every
got,
opportunity.
again, Miami cannot allow anything over the top, so you're trying to keep everything out in front of you. Probably recognizing that Florida's going to get some yards. Just got to tighten up. So now down to 35. Got to tighten up in here. Nothing over the top.
Touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
So they move Murphy in motion. Buchanan following in man coverage. Oh my goodness. Murphy. So he goes outside, motions in, and it kicks about outside on that route. They get 20 yards. Oh my goodness. So it's down to the 15. I cannot believe this is happening.
He's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked
Here we go, guys. This is coming down right to the wire.
He certainly looks to be in
Florida's going no huddle. Still has all 3 timeouts.
But that clock rolling. From the red zone now.
Oh my goodness. Oh, touchdown. Oh, did he get it? What's the flag? Illegal touching? Who was that? Cornelius Ingram. He would have had a touchdown, but he stepped out of bounds first.
A great movie scene, right? Go in, rally the team. Okay,
oh my goodness. That is a huge play.
Can he get it done?
I don't know what. Okay, just incomplete pass there, I guess.
He's back to throw.
Oh my, oh my goodness. That could have been caught by Ingram. Who was that? Was that? I saw Sean over there, but couldn't see who was in coverage. But man, this is tight. 3rd and 10 from the 15. Got 3 receivers all to the left. Tebow's looking left. Oh my goodness! Mike Rumpf, are you kidding me? Miami legend Mike Rumpf. Yeah, he's got legendary status for this game. He's not going to know it, but you guys are going to remember. He just sealed the victory against the 08 Gators. Everything looked good. He got his feet clearly in bounds. I think, yeah, they're not going to replay that. Yeah, look at the feet. Rocking the Adidas. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, Dorsey's coming out. They're gonna. Wow, Mike Rumpf with a huge play. All the big playmakers on defense. I'm not sure if you would have had Mike making the play of the game, but he did. Okay, so but the way it stands, Miami's got to get a first down here because Florida's got all 3 of their timeouts. It's only 1:07 left, but they're definitely gonna need a first down to seal the win here. Makes sense to go with the run play. Force the timeout. The run game's been stopped all game long for the most part. But you're hoping. I'd like to see them go I formation in this. What are they doing? Okay, yeah, run it again. Nothing going. Force the timeout. Okay, this is. I wouldn't say it's a play of the game, but this is huge. Big 3rd down, Miami. What do you do right here? Do you run it? It's 3rd and 7th, or you try for the first down? Oh, they're throwing it. Oh, get to the outside. I think he caught. Oh my goodness, he caught that. That's crazy. That's gonna do it for Miami. Huge reception. Yeah, they're coming out in victory formation. Kevin Beard with a huge play for that first down catch. Huge game for Miami. This was tons of fun. Gators have one heck of a squad. Coming into the game, we thought Miami was the greatest teams of all time, if not the greatest team of all time, and you saw it right here, why they're considered so great. Big time win for Miami. Bring on anyone else. Again, drop in the comments, who do you want to see the 01 Hurricanes face next? I don't know. Maybe you guys want to see There's just all kinds of teams you want to see. This is great. This is good to see all of the guys you've been hearing about for years. You get to see them in action. Player of the game, Ken Dorsey, 322 and 3 touchdowns. Ridiculous completion percentage.
How about the rally? How about the comeback? Getting it done on both sides of the ball.
That's a good look at the helmets right there. That orange and black, I like it. Miami with 11 points in the fourth quarter to take the win. Back and forth. Total yards was close. Average yards per play, Miami had a slight edge. Just a ton of fun. That was great to see. I'm glad everyone checked that game out. That was a lot of fun to see the guys. If you haven't yet, hit the like button. Be sure to subscribe. You can follow me on Twitter at InsideTheU. Check out InsideTheU.com. But thank you so much for watching.
The NFL right here on EA Sports. From